How we doing, Mr. Nisbet? Just wanted to show you a few of the swings we saw the other day on the driving range. And I have two views here of your driver first, down the line and face on. We'll start with behind you, down the line. And we'll be able to kind of see a little bit of what I was talking about earlier. Good setup position. I still think there's just a little too much room in between. You know, we're a little just too far away from the ball. And as a result, you'll see your swing kind of still comes below the plane. If I start this now, you'll see first move, because we're so far away from it, it likes to go underneath that plane, a little too inside, which then forces you to kind of bring it up again on the way back, so there's room. Not terrible. I think if we were a little closer to the ball, though, we get a little better results. On the way down, very nice. Start to transfer good, lagging. That's really good right there. Okay, we're just now starting to kind of flip over. Club face a little open. You know, we didn't get fully through it, but, you know, we saw that. I can see that ball fly. That's a great follow through. You know, the driver swing looks pretty good. If we go over to the other side here, I've drawn some lines to show you the swaying action that we still need to work on. If we start the club back, you can see how much you actually move away from the front line and now into that back line, okay, which then going to force us to kind of go back. That's not terrible, though, okay? I'd like to see it a little bit less, but you can see right here, our hips really haven't gotten out of the way. So now our hands have started to flip to it. So by the time we get to impact, look at that curve of the club here. Okay, you can see that it's already kind of let itself go, and it should actually be the other way around. You know, we should have these hips going left. You know, I'd like to see the hip going more to the left here. But not a bad swing if we go there. If I were to bring up the hybrid, so we'll show you this real fast. And I think I have another one here, which is good. Okay, here's what we're going to talk about here. If we look at the one face on first, the one on the left, okay, again, we're going to sway. We can see that, but what I'm really seeing is the hips have not gone out of the way at all. Now look how much we've let that hands start to let go of them, you know, because the hips aren't out of the way, so we have to do something to get that club back to it. So now, okay, we're letting those hands go. Hips haven't really cleared all the way. We're still kind of, you know, our hips are still facing me rather than going to the left, so now we really have to use our hands. Good follow through though, very nice. We just need to get, you know, we need to start getting those hips to turn more, rotate, rather than kind of standing up and then trying to flip our hands to save it. If we look on the down the line view, we'll see, you know, good setup. Much closer to the ball here. I like that a lot. Okay, so if I were to, let me just draw a line real fast and see, you know, what we got here. You know, I would imagine this is probably a little bit closer. Still a little inside, but, you know, that to me is a little bit closer. We still want to see it more outside of the line, okay? But, you know, we can see that, you know, we're not really turning our hips until afterwards. We're just sliding over. So that's why you kind of see like it looks lagging behind, and that's when our hands start to flip over, okay? So we need to establish more of a rotation of the hips, okay, as we go back to this screen, all right, rather than this sway. You know, you can see it pretty much right there. Look how much I'm going swaying back and swaying through. So we want to see actually this right knee, okay, stay bent and flexed. That will show me that you coiled. Now it's standing straight up, okay, which means that we've kind of slid back. So I'd like to see it more of a compressed in there, you know, rotate really good, and then get those hips to square through. That would be, you know, our ultimate goal there. It's really not far off. I really think that can help you if we learn those things. And I know we want to talk real quick just to talk about the sand wedge shot, what we were talking about in the bunker. And I don't have video of it, but we can do that next time. But, you know, remember that we're opening up ourselves to the left. Club face is a little bit open. And we're going to hinge our wrists early. And then remember, we have to have the grip come to the ball, and then our upper body rotates. Remember, our upper body has to cover the ball in order for the club to square up. But, you know, we saw a bunch of good ones at the end. But, you know, for the hybrid and even with the driver, you know, we're better with the irons. But we really need to get the club, get it more on plane, so less underneath it. Okay, not bad, but we need to get it more out in front of us. And we need to have our hips rotate more rather than swaying back and forth. I think ultimately that's where we have to stay. All right, if you have any questions, you can always call me at the shop. And, you know, I'll see you again soon and we'll work on it. All right, thanks very much.